90 laps make up the distance today, 220.5 miles. That 90 laps a crucial number because it makes an even two-stop race on pit strategy. Lap 30, lap 60, and the pit strategy here today will be key in determining who wins. We'll talk more about it as we get closer to the first pit stop. But we're set to go at Watkins Glen as the pace truck heads for turn 11, the final corner on the course. Dale Jarrett and Ricky Rudd opposite the normal positions on a racetrack because you're running the opposite of normal direction since you're on a road course. It is Jarrett to driver's right, Rudd to driver's left, and they're coming down for the green flag at Watkins Glen.
Robbie Gordon currently second on the track. His best career finish is a second-place run. He wants to be number one at the Glen today. Let's go back to the action on the track.
You know, I'll tell you what. Robbie didn't get robbed. Whoop, looks like Joe went surfing there in the dirt. I don't think Robbie got robbed. I think Robbie lost that race for himself at Sears Point. He had the car, and I don't think he used his head. He should have let Harvick go earlier, and it would have been different. But I think here, he's learned from that mistake. He's very confident. I talked to him this morning. He wants this really bad. He's running the fastest car on the racetrack right now, so he's going to be tough today.
And Gordon running right now 1.8 seconds behind Dale Jarrett. You see Jarrett foreground and Gordon now background, and there's third place Ricky Rudd. Rusty Wallace has just taken his car to the garage. There's Rusty.
And Jarrett is spun down in the dirt. The leader is in the dirt pile in turn one.
I don't know what I hit, but it locked it up.
And the caution flag is out because he's stuck. Cannot get out of there. Oh, my goodness.
And saw this yesterday. A lot of these guys are running into brake problems, and a lot of it was brake bias. He said I locked them up. Not sure if he locked the rears up or what, but there's a lot of cars that had a problem with that yesterday.
You see, and he can get, he's first gear, reverse, the car is not going anyplace. The only way out of this is with a wrecker.
And it probably will cost him a lap while they get the wrecker to him to pull him out. Let's go take a look at what happened to Dale Jarrett.
Now, see, him spinning like that means too much rear brake. You know, if you go down in there and you go in backwards, normally that means you have too much rear brake.
Tell you what, that car, when it caught that dirt, almost tipped over on its side. On board with Dale Jarrett. Listen.
You got wheel hop there. And that was too much rear brake. If you heard that, that's what wheel hop is. And when you do that, the only way you can get out of wheel hop, believe it or not, is you have to hit the gas. And it's hard to do when you're going barreling down into a corner and you get wheel hop and you're on the brakes and you're downshifting and you got to say, man, I got to hit the gas and get this thing freed up.
Tell him one more time what it sounded like. Oh, okay.
Now, problem for Dale Jarrett is right here, that critical front air valence on the car. When they try and pull it out of the gravel trap, it's going to bend that around.
He's going to be 2-3 laps down. He's got a lot of problems. Or will he get away with one lap?
I think he's going to get away with one lap right now.
So Robbie Gordon becomes the new leader.
They didn't do too much damage. They did a good job.
Tip the cap to the wrecker crew. But those gravel traps are one of the greatest safety innovations ever put out at this Watkins Glen course. If he hadn't hit that gravel trap, he'd have clobbered the guardrail at a very high rate of speed.
Now, the only problem he's got to worry about is that gravel is very fine gravel, and it gets everywhere. It gets in your rotors. It gets in your brake calipers. It gets everywhere. So hopefully nothing will get stuck inside the rotors over there.
It'll have pump it up to the floor for some reason.
Here's Tony Stewart inside of John Andretti, 6th place. Oh, contact.
Oh, and it tore the right front fender off John Andretti's car. I tell you what, These guys with Petty Enterprises cannot catch any kind of break.
Same spot on the racetrack. Stewart and Jeff Gordon got together last year.
Welcome back to Watkins Glen. The first pit stops of the day. Leader Robbie Gordon is in, as well as the man right behind him, Jerry Nadeau. Robbie Gordon will take on 4 tires. No adjustments. The pit stops are a little bit earlier than we thought they would be. That's because of all the laps under caution and the 3 pace laps before the race. For Jerry Nadeau, they added 1 pound to both tires in the rear. They hope that loosens them up off. To Matt Yoakum.
And Jeff Gordon is already down and away. The 6-time road course winner entered pit road in 4th. A slight air pressure adjustment. He was tight in and loose off.
And he gained a lot of ground on Robbie Gordon, who had a lug nut pop off that left rear tire. They had to stop and pick it up.
I'm surprised that no one had a really good pit stop. Robbie Gordon had about an 18-second pit stop. Jeff Gordon, the only guy that made up any time on him.
Don't forget, they're coming in different. This is a different way they're pitting, so it's kind of, they're not used to this. They don't do it this way every week.
It's backwards.
It's backwards to them. As a matter of fact, the 99 car, they changed the front and rear tire changer. The rear becomes the front becomes the rear.
Now you see the interval that Ricky Rudd, who's now the leader, has over Robbie Gordon and Jeff Gordon. 45 seconds difference between them, and now here's Ricky Rudd on pit road for a stop. Ron Fellows will take over the race lead as Ricky Rudd comes in. Bill?
Bobby Labonte getting 4 tires and air pressure adjustment to try and handle a tight condition, although loose off of some of the turns. He's away to Marty. Ricky Rudd also in, Bill, and it's a 4-tire stop for Rudd, the leader. No changes on this stop so far. A very quick stop for Ricky Rudd and his Haviland team.
Let's see how Ricky Rudd does versus Jeff Gordon and Robbie Gordon. Who's going to get the lead? Is it going to be Ricky Rudd? Yes, it is.
But Robbie's got a lot of momentum going up through the S's here, so they're going to be all over each other.
On an oval track, we'd be worried about Rudd with low pressures, having to be careful the first lap. Is that a factor right now?
I think so. Robbie should be able to outbrake him. That's what he's doing right here.
So the loser on the exchange of stops for the moment is Jerry Nadeau, who was 3rd. His teammate Jeff Gordon has taken that from him pending the completion of the stops, the cycle. Ron Fellows has been on and off pit road.
Oh, the car goes straight down in turn 1. Lost some brakes. Joe Nemechek, he drove it through. It looks like he drove it through the gravel so he wouldn't get caught. He's down on solid ground, and
that's the 2nd time he's been down there today. So he must be having some problems with the brakes.
Nice job getting through the gravel trap, though. Attaboy, Joe.
He's got some damage there, right there in the middle of the valence, though, when he went through there and did that. And he had to stand on the gas or he would have got caught. But right there, he's got some damage.
Let's take a look at what happened to Joe Nemechek in turn 1.
man, that's a snowplow going through that gravel. But somehow he got it stopped. On board, let's listen.
He wheel hopped it.
What did he do? There you go.
But instead of, what Joe did there, he got back on the gas. That at least kept him going straight.
Did he, as he started off into that corner, when he felt it hop, just keep the wheel straight instead of trying to turn in to stay on the pavement?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, that's the difference. If you still try to turn while you're wheel hopping, you are going to go backwards.
And you're going to get into the gravel trap sideways, and you're going to get stuck. Whereas he kept it straight and was able to accelerate through the gravel trap and not get hung up. That's a pretty cool move. Just over a third to today's race at Watkins Glen. New leader, Jeff Burton in the 99 has gone by Ron Fellows in the 87. So Burton becomes the fourth different driver to lead the race today. And let's go back and take a look at how he got it.
Coming off the carousel down to turn 10, the left-hander. He gets position on Ron Fellows. There's nothing Fellows can do except back off, except the fact that Jeff Burton is going to be in front of him when they come off that corner.
Now this is turn 1, just moments after that.
Tony Stewart stopped and Boris said did not.
Boris said, sorry.
And Boris said, I'm sorry, is correct.
And goodbye.
Yeah. Excuse me, coming through.
Oh!
Hey, smooth, don't forget about your rev limiter.
Something broke there, an axle or
Smooth,
something.
Don't forget about your rev limiter. 87 just broke something. We're in good shape now.
That's Frank Stoddard, crew chief, talking to Jeff Burton and Ron Fellows.
He came off that corner, got sideways where he shouldn't have been. It's almost like he broke an axle or something in the driveline, maybe.
Now he could turn right here and go back right there and go back up behind the pits.
Flat right.
Clear me, please, clear me.
He wants to back up that road, I think. He's telling the spotter to clear him.
Now you see the caution waving in that section of the track, but that's just that corner of the track that's under the caution.
Well, he's moving, so it may not be the driveline.
Got a report that the right front tire may be down on that car.
Boy, it's sure ill handling. I know that. It stalled. See the red light on? And battle between Ricky Rudd and Jeff Gordon.
16th place. Gordon is through. It's Jerry Nadeau behind Ricky Rudd trying to keep up. Caution is coming out. Ron Fellows' car stopped on the racetrack in the S's and needs to be removed. Second caution of the race. There's Fellows' car. And the report from pit road is a broken axle. There you go, Wall.
That was right the first time.
Atta boy.
What you want to do?
Bill Weber?
D88, way back there.
Well, they're talking it over on the radio. Ron just radioed in broken axle as we reported, and they're going to work to see if they can get him back here. But just very disappointing, just sitting there. Obviously, he's only here to win. He's not running for points, and that's why, he came here. He wanted to beat the best. Not going to happen today. Very disappointed.
Now Dale Jarrett trying to catch Jeff Burton to see if he can get back on the lead lap. Let's follow this one around the start-finish line.
Oh, Burton's going to let him do it.
Waved at him as he came by. See Burton waving at him?
Tell you what, that was a very nice move on Jeff. I don't know if I could have done that.
You know, this is just so much different than it used to be 20, 25 years ago. When you got a guy lap down, you'd almost...
Thank you.
DJ said, thank you.
But favor given that will be expected to be repaid farther down the season, especially as Jarrett stays in the championship hunt. Closing in on halfway at Watkins Glen, you're watching NASCAR on NBC.
Now Jeff Burton, the leader, is on pit road.
Jeff, I want you to concentrate about coming hard to the sign for me. We stopped short last time. I want the front end hard on the sign for me.
Dave Burns will cover the stop.
Alan, 20 laps ago, under pressure from Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Burton was told be smooth. But just about 10 laps ago, Frankie started saying, give me some hard laps here to pull your lead out. He's done that, and now they're going to replace those left side tires, which has an adjustment in the left rear, a little bit of air pressure increase to help Jeff turn the car in the corners. Crew goes around to the right side. They're talking about getting the fuel full. They have it. You can see it splash out, and he avoids Bill Elliott's guys and goes on out of the pit side. Here's the 9 car of Bill Elliott. They do make their stop. A little bit of trouble getting the right rear on, and now Elliott is gone. Let's go to Matt Yoakum. And Tony Stewart dives behind Bill Elliott into his pit stall. They are going to make a track bar adjustment. You can see Brian Larson with the wedge wrench making the track bar adjustment. He's the catch cam man as they come around to the right side of the car. 4 tires stop. Tony said the car was still tight in the center of the corner. He's down and away.
Robbie Gordon is now the leader. And it shouldn't be long before he pits. and the 31 team has just asked the NASCAR inspector in their pit to tell NASCAR that there's oil all the way around the racetrack. Conveniently while they're leading and could use a caution maybe.
Ricky Rudd on the racetrack.
Come on down here.
Marty?
Ricky Rudd comes in running 6th, Benny. This is a little bit earlier than they wanted to come in. They were planning on coming in around lap 58. This is lap 55 or 56 now. They think they can make it all the way. They're fairly certain they can make it all the way, or they wouldn't have come in. 4 tires and no adjustments for Ricky Rudd. Today Burns.
Boris Set is in. They've already been around to the left side. They will now go to the right side, change tires for him. The crew very experienced, fairly new with Boris, and he is gone. Marty.
Right back in, and 4 tires and away. No adjustments again for Ricky Rudd. A little bit longer on the stop than they would have liked.
Kevin Harvick leaving pit road behind them. Johnny Benson has also been in. Now the question is, when will Robbie Gordon and when will Jeff Gordon make their pit stops? Robbie Gordon is in. Leader comes to the opening of pit road as we see Ricky Rudd get back up to speed down the back stretch. 35 miles an hour, the pit road speed limit today. And Jeff Gordon goes into the lead.
Copy that. Come on, you're way on down here. Way on.
Marty?
Clutch is working now. Clutch is okay now. Clutch is okay. Don't get ready to
And Alan, remember we told you about the first gear that Robbie Gordon has in the car. The clutch, he says, is okay, but he's going to need a push when he leaves because they have a very high first gear in. They lost some time on the last pit stops. Let's go to Bill Weber.
It's 4 tires and fuel for Bobby Labonte. Fuel going in. He's on his way down pit road. Marty?
This time a much better pit stop going for Robbie Gordon. They put the right side tires on now. A little late on the right front. And once again, they push him away. A little bit longer stop once again for Robbie Gordon.
Dale Jarrett, Jerry Nadeau getting service, and let's see where Robbie Gordon comes out in relation to the cars he was racing with before.
Coming off of 1 now.
Jeff Burton was by, Dale Jr. was by. But he's out ahead of Rudd.
They talked about the high first gear, which tells me that's because Robbie is using first gear in turn 1. That's why you run it.
It's a real struggle, as I said, to get out of the pits. Here comes Jeff Gordon down pit road. Matt Yoakum.
3,900 first.
And this will be the final scheduled stop for the 24 car, Jeff Gordon. He says his car is still tight in the middle of the corner, but loose up off. They're going to adjust with air pressure. I don't think they're going to make a chassis adjustment as Gordon comes to a stop. Now, some teams do rotate the changers and the tire carriers as they do pit reversed here. Unlike most racetracks, the right side of the car is closest to the wall as the crew does come around to the right side. Todd Gett, normally the front changer, is doing the rears. Steve Letarte, and he's down and away.
Here comes Jeff Burton to his left on the racetrack behind Jimmy Spencer. Let's see how they come out. Burton's going to be through.
He's going to be the leader after all these pit stops are made. Looks like Jeff Gordon is going to come out in front of Robbie Gordon.
Marty?
Well, there's a fire inside the car of Robbie Gordon's. He just radioed to the crew and said, there's a fire, there's a fire. He came down pit road. The crew had no idea what was happening. As you hear Robbie on the radio trying to tell him what's going on, all they said was, I'm on fire. And the crew didn't know what was going on. He came down pit road. They saw the fire inside the car, trying to put it out. And Robbie Gordon is out of the car now, sitting on the pit wall. See if we can talk to him. Robbie, what happened inside the car?
I don't know, I left the pits, it caught on fire. I don't get it. Left pit lane, just caught on fire.
Any indication, is it any problems before that?
No, none at all. Big disappointment. Big disappointment.
As he said, a big disappointment. And that's an understatement. This team had high hopes. They really thought they had this race won, but obviously sitting in the pits, don't know what happened, but the car caught on fire inside of the Lowe's Chevrolet.
Man, oh man.
Now that's tough because Robbie was one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, and he was in a good position to win this race.
Oh no, again.
Yes, again. Dale Jarrett once again, turn 1 in the litter. Let's see if we can see what happened this time. A little contact this time between he and Mark Martin.
They were racing for 13th spot. Jarrett was trying to take that position away from Mark going into that corner.
He wheel hopped it again.
What'd he do? There you go.
And we'll have that. And I'll tell you, and he used Mark. And what 4 tires or 8 tires is always better than 4 tires to slow down.
In this case, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work.
So after getting his lap back from Jeff Burton earlier and working all the way up to 14th spot, Dale Jarrett stuck, and he's going to go back a lap down once more. And Jeff Gordon, if he finishes in the top 5, is going to gain a whole lot of ground on DJ. Green flag at Watkins Glen, 18 laps to go. Jeff Gordon trying to jump Jeff Burton into turn 1 for the race lead.
Oh, could not quite make it. He's bogged down. Is Ricky Rudd going to try to get on the inside of him? And here comes Junior.
Ricky Rudd underneath 24 car.
Rudd to second. Gordon pushing him up through the S's.
Does Jeff Gordon have enough horsepower to outrun that 28 car down the back? Yes, he does.
And Dale Jr. up inside of front for third.
Oh, Junior did not make the corner. He just went straight.
That was an emphatic slam of the door by Rudd. New leader at Watkins Glen. Jeff Gordon has gotten by Jeff Burton. He's out in front with 12 laps to go. What an exchange it was. Burton did not want to give up. Let's go back and take a look at it.
It all starts, we go down by the start-finish line. Jeff Gordon dives to the inside. Has position on Jeff Burton. Has the lead, right? Wrong. Look at Burton turn that car right and get alongside Jeff Gordon. Now you go up through the S's. Jeff Gordon he had to back off. Now as they go through the S's up the backstretch, Jeff Gordon gets a tremendous run on Jeff Burton. Too many Jeffs in this race.
Well, Jeff got a great restart on that one.
Burton to block. Rudd Jr., Boris said, Jeremy Mayfield.
Look at the 77 car.
Oh, look at him locked up at right front, and they're 3 wide behind him.
That was a great move by Boris.
All the way to third, and Junior almost in the barrier.
Look at Harvick. He picked up about 5 spots on that restart when they all got jammed up into turn 1. He took advantage.
Oh, what a crash.
Bobby Hamilton and Brian Simo in it in the S's. Gotta wait till you cross that start-finish line. Jeremy Mayfield is on the charge. He's by Boris said and going after Jeff Burton.
And here's Ricky Rudd on the outside of Boris said. So last time Boris gets a great restart. This time, not so good.
He got a good restart, but he couldn't pass Burton on the right-hand side, so he had to get out the gas. When he did that, everybody else had momentum and passed him.
4 laps to go.
Boris getting a serious challenge from the 66. Who's getting a challenge from the 25? Todd Bodine on the inside.
5th place.
And Jeremy Mayfield up to 3rd position.
This many cars on the lead lap, this few laps to go, somebody's going to end up in the gravel trap before this thing's over. Got 31 cars on the lead lap and less than 4 laps to go. Somebody's going to end up in the gravel trap. Yeah, that's true, Bill.
77 is hoping he's got enough rubber on that left front tire for at least 3 more laps, or he may wind up in the gravel trap.
Here comes Todd Bodine. That's 5th place.
Oh, this is tight. Wow. 25 car threaded that needle.
And here comes
Bill Elliott is around.
Oh, no.
And there goes Tony Stewart into the gravel trap.
There you go, Alan. You called it.
And somehow Tony Stewart drives it through the gravel trap. He will not lose a lap, just a lot of positions.
Hey, he's got a lot of dirt track experience, you know.
Last time by, he was running 26th. Next time by, he'll come by in about 31st.
Mayfield and Rudd. for third place.
Ricky's applying some pressure here.
Boy, these guys are giving everything, using every inch of the racetrack, doing everything they can for maximum speed out of these cars.
Back end of Rudd's car, a little bit torn up from some of that bumping and banging around when Boris Head tapped him earlier when they were racing for a spot. 2 to go. Rudd's peeking, looking back. Here comes Junior up the inside of Boris Head for 8th.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, hang on.
And Junior, is he going to save it? Yes. That was an off-road excursion now, wasn't it?
That's back to about 12th. Oh, there's Joe Nemechek.
And he did not save it.
Stuffed in the barrier. They'll be coming around to the white flag. If the caution flag comes out, it'll be game over for Jeff Gordon. No caution has been ordered yet by NASCAR. Gordon and Jeff Burton well clear of this race for third on back. Nemechek's car is well back off the racing surface.
And they'll wave the yellow in that corner just to let everybody know that somebody does have a problem down there. Not that they're going to slow down any, but yeah.
We will stay under green. And the white flag is up. Final lap here at Watkins Glen.
Now, this will be interesting right here. Last shot going down to turn 1 for these guys. Here comes Todd. Can't get it done.
Run the block. And now the caution is out. But once the caution comes out, after the white flag is displayed, you race back around to it. So we're still at full speed. Oh, that's Elliott Sadler crab walking through the inner loop.
He's made some serious contact with the wall someplace. Is he going to be in the way of the leaders as they come by and racing back to the start-finish line?
And did he drop any oil? Burton trying to stay with Gordon. Final straightaway. Look at Elliott Sadler's car. Rear end must be broken out of it.
Wow, Burton is really close gap.
Race for third behind the leaders. Rudd trying to get Mayfield. But here comes the road course king, Jeff Gordon. Second win in a row, and he takes his 7th road course victory, winning here at Watkins Glen.
Okay, let's see who's going to try it.
Come on, buddy, come on. There you go, Jeff Gordon. That's the way to do it.
He's loading.
See, he thought he'd do it over the backstretch where no one could see him.
He's got it down now.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon are on the same radio show Monday night, my radio show, and Kevin told him how to do it. He said, you got to
told him how to do it last week.
He said, you got to hold the brakes down.